Hello my friends and welcome back to another edition of Nebula Wrestling, and I start tonight with a bombshell. So I had a message from Doug Williams. So he has decided to retire from in-ring competition effective from 3 months time. So if you remember, we hired him in one of our 6 non-wrestling role positions as a bit of a cheat because he can also wrestle, but he's a road agent predominantly. But I'm including him very much in the stories and in the matches. But yeah, to retire. And I'll say it right now, beyond those 3 months, I am not going to keep him on, because I do like this idea of having a road agent who can wrestle. And when he hangs up his boots, so to speak, he will no longer be quite as valuable to me. Although he's a decent road agent, not necessarily the best, but he's pretty good. And he can't really talk. He's only average really at talking, so I haven't really got much need to keep him on the roster. So we're going to kind of get the most out of him for the next 3 months probably, and then I'll try and find someone else in the same capacity. So that's the bad news. There's probably some good news in the fact that this roster is filling out now. During the week we have had a spate of new signings. So I'll just show you them. I've already put them into in their respective roles. So start off with Alex Kyle Accardi. He came to me as Justin Texas, a 23-year-old Canadian worker, fairly small. He looks like he could kind of develop into something good, but there's no real standout qualities apart from resilience. But he could be an all-rounder, so he's 23. Meh. So you'll see that he's a face, and I've given him a cosplayer gimmick. So he's going to come out often dressed as his opponents and his enemies. So yeah, think Big Show circa, I don't know, 2004, whenever it was, maybe later than that, where he came like dressed as his opponents. That was a pretty fun time. This guy probably hasn't got the performance stats to really do it, but yeah. And he's got a manager called Fidel Quebrada. Just to show you Fidel Quebrada, really unusual type. He came to me, 19-year-old Hispanic American, under the name of Curtis Jericho, which I've changed for probably obvious reasons to Fidel Quebrada. Oh, staff member gimmick. Oh, I should have changed that. But he comes to me with star quality 85. So that's a standout, but he can't talk very well. So he's basically just going to stand there and look cool, I guess. Oh man, can I change his gimmick now? So let's call it, let's say he is silent business partner. He's just there to kind of be a business partner, straight guy, to aka Alex Kyle Accardi's more zany kind of thing. So I'll give him maybe a realistic. I don't think he's got anything that he specialises in gimmick-wise. I'll give him realistic. So yeah, he's quite quiet. He just stands there looking cool. Alright, so okay, the next one. Here's an interesting guy, Bruno Mancini. He came to me, Riccardo Lombardi, which I quite like the name of, but I thought I'd rebrand him anyway. And look how popular he is. He's Italian, and in all around Europe he has some quite big popularity. I'm going to talk about someone else who came with a similar profile, but apart from his power, because he's a former bodybuilder, he really hasn't got much. I'm not particularly impressed by that. So yeah, I've given him, he's a face, so I've given him an encourager gimmick, but I've subsequently found out he can't speak English. So if he just kind of can be a bit of a bodyguard kind of, yeah, that sort of figure, then that's okay. So going down, we've got a new female, Eliza Rue, aka Helen Stallings, 18-year-old white Canadian female, and I've given her a steampunk chic gimmick. So she's going to wear sort of steampunk clothes and not really have anything more than that, not great at depth really, because she really can't talk. She's not particularly got much star appeal, no star appeal basically, but not great sex appeal. She's got some positive qualities in terms of athleticism, resilience, stamina, but there's not a lot to work with there, so I don't think we'll see her sticking around maybe long term or being very prominent. Another one, Estella, I guess, Estella, probably 1L. Estella Santiago, 20-year-old white Spanish female. So I've taken off the Santiago. She's a heel, and I've given her a manipulative infant gimmick. But I think she's in the same boat as Bruno Mancini in this fact. Oh, wrong one. She cannot speak English. So, yeah, but she's got some sex appeal. Yeah, nothing massively impressive. So she's going to sort of just do silly things, be a bit of a whiner, but not really speak. You've seen Fidel Quebrada. If anyone can think of a pick base for him, a 19-year-old Hispanic American male, semi-good looking, not really good looking, but maybe quite a unique look, star quality. Please let me know. Someone fairly obscure but famous would be good. Toned very small, so yeah. Another thing I've done is I've taken off the Joe from Joe Hendry, simply because J. We've got loads of people whose names begin with J, and that annoys me, so I'm just calling him Hendry. Okay, moving on. Linus Winkel, who came to me as Mikael Olsen, which is a good enough name as it is, but I just thought I'd give him something more unique. Danish name, 23-year-old, 5'7", 212 pounds, and he kind of looks a bit geeky, so I'm giving him a faux cool gimmick, where he comes out looking like a geek, but saying how cool he is and how geeky everyone else is, basically. He's got some attributes that I like, but they're not massively impressive, and yeah, he's not great in the ring at all. So I'm not expecting anything more than a jobber for now. Maybe never. Okay, next one. This one's a bit more promising, I think. Neve Cielo Fox. She came to me as Lorraine Thatcher, so I've changed her to Neve Cielo Fox, and I've given her the Oracle gimmick for maybe reasons you'll see. She is a heel. Now, this is really odd, I think. How can someone with charisma 71, microphone 71, acting 82, and sex appeal 66 only have a star quality of 3? That is absurd. She's got no star quality, but she's got loads of charisma, and she's okay looking, and she can talk and act. And in the ring, she's got room for improvement. She's not terrible. She's not great. So anyway, as a talker, but someone without star quality, I think she's not going to be a top star, obviously. But she can enhance someone else. And I thought, who can't talk? But maybe, I thought of pairing her with someone who has like menace, but can't talk. And my mind quickly went to Johan Fable, he's been having a fair bit of a push the last week in his first. I've got some plans for him. Good star quality, good menace, and he has got some assets to his in-ring performance, although he's got massive deficiencies too. But I thought someone like where is she? Neve Cielo Fox. She can kind of fill the void a little bit for him. And the Oracle gimmick is kind of like a prophet. Well, exactly as it says, Oracle. And I'm seeing that kind of makes sense in the fact that maybe she has like good ability to speak, but isn't a star. She can kind of be quite dark, and also in the gimmick section it says that she's very good at mysterious occult style gimmicks, so it kind of makes sense. Anyway, next one's very, very unusual. Ulysses Deus, aka Bjorn Karlsson, 28-year-old white Swedish male wrestler. Now look at this, 51 popularity in Western Europe, I guess in Sweden, Scandinavia, all across Europe, he's big. He's a former kickboxer. Alright, interesting. Star quality 87. Zero charisma, zero microphone, zero acting. This is heading into glitch territory, surely. But then in the ring, there's something there to work with, I think. So this is a guy that I kind of want to maybe protect. I mean, both with him and Bruno Mancini, because of those popularity stats across Europe, there was the initial temptation, maybe I just use them to put over someone else. So having someone like, I guess still now my star of the kind of trainees is, where is he? Sorry, my mind's gone a bit blank. Is, he's my Meteor champion. Where is he? Anyway, Grady Kendall. Because he's kind of my best prospect at the moment in terms of his star quality, his mic skills, albeit not great in the ring. I thought that he could be someone that this guy Deus could put him over, and maybe he could kind of piggyback off the popularity in Europe. So, for instance, if Grady destroyed this guy, he might pick up some of this. But I don't want to burn through this too quickly. This is a strength, yeah. So I kind of don't want to kill this guy off too soon. And maybe we can even boost this a little bit across Europe. I don't know, we'll see. But I've given him, he's a heel, I've given him a brain god gimmick, simply because his head reminds me of Brain from Teenage Mutant Ninja Hero Turtles, whatever you call it, wherever you're from. And I thought the god gimmick, he's like I'm the god, that sort of thing. Very bombastic, very just like, I'm the best, basically. Although he can't talk. So, yeah, there we go. This is another interesting guy, Victor DiBiase. I left him with the name he's been given. 18-year-old, 6'2", 253 pounds, from America. And I've given him, this is a bit of a play on the surname DiBiase. I thought I'd given him kind of a inverse of the $1 Million Man gimmick, i.e. Ted DiBiase. And I've completely reversed it, Nada Bucksboy. He is not really rich and rubs it in your face. He's really poor and rubs it in your face. And he's good, good star quality. Decent, not bad in the ring. He's got some promise there. He needs to build up here, particularly technical quality, aerial quality. But there is something about him I like. And particularly as he's 18, he's got a lot of room to improve. So, yeah, and then finally, another woman would be Zaira Gallo, 18-year-old Asian Italian female. So she's quite an unusual looking woman. I've given her an emo gimmick because it kind of goes face, great star quality, great sex appeal. Aside from that, she's got some potential, but definitely needs to improve in the ring. So, yeah, I think that's all of our new talent. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, yeah, let me know what you think about the new gimmicks, the new characters, and if you see any promise in any of because to be honest, I'm underwhelmed at the moment. I'm not, even our top youngster, I'm even struggling to remember his name, Grady Kendall. Yeah, he's got big weak points here. So, I'm really looking forward to the time when we get a bona fide, this is a guy, this is the star, this is someone we can trust right now, that can wrestle really well, that can talk, that has star quality, the total package, so to speak. But we've not found that yet. This is, I think, is maybe the closest we've got. But this Victor DiBiase, he's good. He's very good. He could be a rival to this guy as our top graduate, so to speak. Anyway, the show. So we start with a 2-minute recap of last week by myself, Emmo, Nebula, and off screen Joe Hennig, Johnny Gargano. So just the big angle last week where Joe Hennig screwed Johnny Gargano out of the Supreme title match at Crown and Glory. And then we've got this first segment, which is 15 minutes. Joe Hennig comes out and gloats about his destruction of Johnny Gargano last week. As Gargano comes out, free your narrative surrounds him. Mikey Novo says he isn't facing Hennig at Crown and Glory. EC3 is. But I Am Yoko Nebula coming out and proposes a tag match. Gargano and Storm versus EC3 and Doug Williams. The person who scores the winning pinfall/submission is added to the Supreme title match to face Joe Hennig at Crown and Glory. The partner is added to the Promise title match. Storm draws away, free your narrative, while Gargano beats down Hennig before being removed by security. So, okay. And then we've got a segment called The Jobbers Steal the Meteor title. And this is with Grady, Johan Fable, Scaramouche, Zanratso, Blue Buzzard, and Neves the Yellow Fox, who I don't think I did say she will be the new manager of Johan Fable. And that comes to pass here. Backstage, the jobbers are arguing who is best among them. Johan Fable walks past, scaring them. Neves the Yellow Fox appears, debuting the Oracle character. She pronounces doom over the jobbers unless they unite, and divine favour resting on Johan Fable. She offers her powers of premonition to him. He accepts. Grady Kendall is seen with an empty bottle of beer nearby. Fable accuses him of drinking it, i.e. basically being off the wagon, being back on the bottle. So Grady denies it, but Fable beats him down. Once he's gone, the jobbers steal the Meteor title. And I didn't say this at the time, but then it would be Zanratso would say, oh, that was mine. So it wasn't actually Grady Kendall who was drinking, but Johan Fable, who's puritanical and knows that Grady had a problem, is keen to kind of punish Grady. So, okay, and that leads us straight into, we've got another segment. And we've got the debut of Victor DiBiase, at least in segments. In a vignette filmed earlier this week, Vicky Petrozelli, just a reminder, she debuted last week. She's an ex-MMA fighter who has a kind of a charitable streak to her. She volunteers at homeless shelters and things like that. She meets Victor DiBiase in a homeless hostel. She mentions her career as a wrestler. He says he wrestles too. She invites him to her training dojo to show her what she's got. He's very impressive. There's chemistry between the two. She calls someone from the office saying there's someone they need to see, i.e. Victor DiBiase. Alright, so next we've got Grady Kendall trying to get his revenge against the jobbers for stealing his title. And in a very short match, 3 minutes, Grady Kendall crutches Blue Buzzard, Scaramouche and Zanratso to retain his NW Meteor title. Simple. There's also a hardcore overbooked element to that as well. Dual division angle. So Allegro, that's the new team. Oh gosh, I haven't filled this out. How did that happen? That's really weird. actually is Hendry. Very, very strange. Oh. Oh, it doesn't say that they're absent. That's really weird. I don't know what to do about that. That's really strange. It looks like the Briscoes and Joe Hendry are not actually there. Really, really weird. Okay. But anyway, that angle was meant to be. That's really thrown me. Allegro, which is Quinlan Forte, aka MV Young, and Hendry, they're the new team. They cut a promo backstage saying they'll win the dual titles at Crowning Glory. They're rudely interrupted by passing by Cesar Buenavista and Wilfredo Santos, who are berating Nate Hamilton and Dante Baltazar. They're berating them behind their backs, basically. Allegro brawl with them because they're annoyed that they've been interrupted, but the heels get the advantage using weapons. Nate and Dante make the save, but get beaten down by the Briscoes, who also attack Allegro. They say the dual titles are theirs and theirs alone. So that would be good, but previously I was allowed to input Hendry and the Briscoes, and now I'm not. So I don't know what's happening there. And then we've got this debut of three new characters. Would the real Linus Vinkel sit down, basically fall down? So newcomer Linus Vinkel comes out and crows about how cool he is and how he's the future, despite looking like a total dweeb. A businessman comes out and says he's not Linus Vinkel. The businessman, by the way, is Vidal brother. He manages Linus Vinkel, and the man in front of him is just an imposter. Vinkel goes berserk, saying he is the real Linus Vinkel. AKA comes out dressed as Linus and humiliates him. Linus goes nuts, but AKA beats him down. And then, anyway, next one, dual four-way. See, the Briscoes are here now, and Joe Hendry. But anyway, in this match, it's a wild brawl, and Quinlan Forte gets the pin over Cesar Buenavista, which puts Allegro, I guess, in the ascendancy for Crowning Glory. Okay, Femme locker room drama. Through broken English, newcomers Zyra and Eliza try to befriend each other in the shower. Trickster Estella steals one of their towels. When they get out, Eliza accuses Zyra of stealing her towel. They start to argue as Estella giggles. However, they then agree to share a towel as Estella gets frustrated. Meanwhile, Mickie James and Maya are changing. Mickie tells her new protege to attack the newbies. Maya says no speak English. Mickie walks out pissed. Maya winks at Zyra and Eliza. Basically, she doesn't want to do it. Probably got that. And then Crown and Glory hype. This is just a minor segment. 2 minutes. It's just to break up the show with Mikey Novo and Ultramantis Black. And then Triad division shaping up. That's our trios division. There's a press conference announcing the signings of Ulysses Deus and Bruno Mancini, the two aforementioned European stars. Mancini wishes Deus luck. Deus says he doesn't need luck, he's the brain god. Mancini is miffed at his bombastic attitude. Ultramantis Black and Kyra Ramos ask Deus to be their triad title partner. He asks for money to accept. They then turn to Mancini and ask him. He says he already has friends. Kyra, Casanova and Dark Sheik come up to the stage laughing. Sheik comes close to Black. She says she can tell he's blushing under that mask. So essentially, We get the start of 2 trios teams here, although Ulysses Deus hasn't quite accepted Ultramantis's and Cairo Ramos's offer. But Bruno Mancini is aligned to Cairo Casanova and Dark Sheik. So that's good. Fem title qualifying 10-way. So we've got a match between 10 of the girls. Dark Sheik, Eliza Rue, Estea, Kira Ramos, Maya, Mickey James, Neves the Yellow Fox, Tessa Blanchard, Vicky Petrozelli, and Zyra Gallo. Just a reminder that Taryn Terrell qualified for the Fem title last week. Excuse me. So she's due to face the winner, and Tessa Blanchard wins, which is probably predictable because they're feuding. But Maya and Mickey James and Dark Sheik are kept strong. So, and the next one. Okay, so in that match, I think I had Taryn was on commentary, guest commentator. So afterwards, she gets in the ring, congratulates Tessa. She says she doesn't want their match to get in the way of their growing friendship. Tessa shows Taryn a video of her taking her daughter out for a day out earlier that week. Taryn's daughter confides that she dislikes her mom, low-key blaming her for her career stalling. So Taryn's daughter gives Tessa a gift, an emerald ring that Taryn got her. Back ringside, Taryn is conflicted. She's upset at this because she gave that gift to her daughter. Her daughter's given it away to Tessa, her hero. But Tessa reminds her of her commitment to this friendship. They hug, and then big heel moment. Tessa then attacks Taryn brutally, bloodying her with the emerald ring. She smashes into her. And so this emerald ring goes red. So yeah, the Curse of the Emerald Ring is the segment name. And I think this is probably the segment of the night. This is the big heel heat segment. Okay, so next week's show is just a 1 minute with myself and Mikey. Just a minor segment just to break it up before the main event. And we've got quite a long main event. Johnny Gargano and James Storm versus Free Your Narrative. So EC3 and Doug Williams. Remember, the one who scores the pin gets to face Joe Hennig at Crown and Glory. And you've probably guessed it, Johnny Gargano, he pins Doug Williams. So, Joe Hennig came out to attack Johnny Gargano, but it didn't cost him because miscommunication between EC3 and Doug Williams caused their team to lose. So there's tension with Free Your Narrative. EC3 has some concerns with Mikey Novo, who is kind of a big corporate figure who's completely against what Free Your Narrative is about. But EC3, I guess, has a powerful ally there, so he's not going to kind of shoot himself in the foot. But he doesn't like the way that Mikey Novo is taking his beloved kind of movement. And Doug Williams has been kind of, implanted into the stable. And he's basically Mikey Novo's like enforcer. So there's tension. And it costs them. Johnny Gargano pins Doug Williams. And he's going to Crown and Glory to face Joe Hennig. And yeah, so James Storm also gets added into the Promise title match. So yeah, predictable, but good. 14 minutes long. And that's the show stealing match. These are all good workers, so I'm hoping for a good rating there. So I'm fairly happy with the show. I think we've got a lot of wrestlers that we're carrying. So for instance, in the match with the Jobbers, I don't know. I think I've had it basically where in some of the matches I've had that notes that, like, Cesar Buenavista to keep it simple. A lot of the new workers who aren't very good in the ring keep it simple. So I've tried to protect the wrestling side as much as possible. So I'm hoping for a better rating, a better show this week. I'm concerned about this dual division angle and why Hendry isn't available and why the Briscoes aren't available. If anyone knows why that is, please let me know. Because that's going to be reflected in the... I think that's going to be reflected in the show, surely. And they're not absent workers, so some sort of glitch is going on there. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see how we get on. Alright, that's our sort of preview, our recap of last week. 28, yeah. Not a good first segment rating at all. Maybe we tried to do too much there, I don't know. 28, this isn't going well. The Oracle gimmick, great. Okay. 12, Vicky Petrozelli and Victor DiBiase. Oh dear. His gimmick is great, but there was not enough interesting things happening, so okay. Oh dear. Segment rating 5. Grady Kendall had an in-ring performance of 14, Bluebirds 11, Scaramouche 9, Zanratsu 13. This is embarrassing. This is terrible. Okay, we pick back up with the tag team kind of feud, and these guys are in it, so it was just a display issue because these guys are in this segment. 28. We're not having particularly great ratings here at all. 19 with these new guys. Lack of anything interesting happening. This match, the dual match, 23, and Wilfredo Santos is out injured with broken ribs. Wow. Okay. Next segment. Okay. Mark Briscoe got heat backstage following this match after injuring Wilfredo Santos with a botched move. Okay. The female angle, 23. Lack of anything interesting, a problem. Zaira Gallo held back by the language barrier. Okay. Great, okay. Even though this was a minor segment, 45 is much better. Okay, this triad title scene picture, 30, that's a bit better. Brain God gimmick, Ulysses Deos, poor. Bruno Mancini, encourage gimmick, very good. Okay. And then this femme match, 30. Dark Sheik was very good, 48. And the rest, 16. Kira Ramos, 25. Maya, 60. She's amazing. Mickey James, 65. Neve Cielo Fox, 27, not bad. Tessa Blanchard, 61, good. Vicky Petrozelli, 17. Zaira Gallo, 27. So the experienced women carried this match, basically. Okay, next segment. How did this not have a better rating? I mean, come on. That was my show stealing angle. Okay, so the next week's preview, 32. Main event, good, finally, 45. James Storm, 42. Johnny Gargano, 55. Doug Williams, 47. EC3, 44. At least we ended on a bit of a high, but overall, what a terrible show. 33, but still increased our popularity. 18 people attended. This is painful. This is hard. So we're just going to go and see our ratings, but I think largely I'm learning quickly. I think a lot of these newcomers, these trainees, are liabilities. We need to really kind of protect them. We need to do as little as possible to expose them. But it's so difficult with the 12 established wrestlers because we really haven't got a lot to work with. And I think one good thing is that I could cycle out the 12 wrestlers. So in some ways, I can just have them kind of wrestle each other at the moment as much as possible on the shows, and then kind of I don't know, maybe recycle them in time, bring in some new people so that I'm not having too much repetition. Drug test fees, fair enough. Viewing figures, same again, 4,200. We're not going up. Fredo Santos, how long's he out for? I will struggle to figure out where the actual injury display is. In here. Where is it? He'll be out a while anyway. I can figure this out off camera. So, looks like his feud with Dante Baltazar is over. Or on hold for now. Okay. Yeah, I just didn't delete this one. Doug Williams to retire in 3 months. But anyway, let's hopefully end it on a bit of a high. So we've got Stephen Robinson, good looking guy. Is he going to be any good? I need someone to come through and be shit hot from the word go. So let's have a look at him. Come on, be good, be good, be good. Okay, he's English, 18-year-old. Star quality, good on the mic, good charisma. Not outstanding, but good. But he cannot wrestle at all. Oh man. We need better in-ring workers, definitely. So, we're going to sign him. But we're almost at the point, really, where I feel that we are starting to... We've got a full roster. And maybe soon we can be quite selective. We can start releasing people. So, I'm going to sign this guy. But there we go. I guess from you guys, I would just ask any advice. This is hard. This is a struggle. What am I doing well? What can I improve upon? Are you kind of intrigued by some of the stuff happening? How do I work within these limitations? Because while we're getting quite a lot of talent come through, they probably will take a long time to be serviceable in the ring. So, do I just not have them wrestle? Or just really short matches? Or what? What do I do? How can we grow this rating? Because show history, we've gone down in attendance from week 2. Might just be the region thing. And our show rating this week has been our weakest. So I think we're in a little bit of trouble. TV rating is just staying the same. So I don't know what to do. I really need your help. I guess ticket prices, TV's free. We should be getting more people in. Anyway, I guess help basically. I'll see you soon.